By our 1987 tour, we'd begun using more videos to facilitate costume changes between some of the songs. We were using an archaic 16mm film projector because video LED screens were expensive. It was a summer tour and some of the shows would be outdoors and still be light outside, so we couldn't use the film for every show. So for the costume changes for those shows, the band members would take turns doing a solo while Al changed. It could be a goofy or straight, our choice. And my solo spot was right before the final song, Living with a Hernia, which is a parody of James Brown's Living in America. Well, early in the tour, the bass player and I were playing around in the bus, and I jammed my hand and sprained my thumb and these two fingers pretty badly. Not so bad that I couldn't play, but wasn't very comfortable. And within a few more days, one of those outdoor shows came up, and I would be expected to do a solo of some sort before that last song. My hand was still pretty tender, and I really was dreading that spot anyway. I really wasn't up to trying it that night. So we had a powwow with Al about what to do, and he wrote out a James Brown type introduction for me to read leading into the song. Something like, "Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the second hardest working man in show business." Then the band would do a stab. "Pow! Put your hands together for the master of disaster. Pow! The Ayatollah of rock and rolla. Pow! The Duke of Prunes. Pow!" And so on for a few minutes while Al changed. Being a James Brown parody, it worked perfectly, and the audience loved it, so we kept it in the show. A few years later, when we began performing Fat, the hernia intro became the Fat intro, and it stuck with us well into the 2000s. It was a fun spotlight for me, and I was allowed to expand and update the intro. So from an injury to a cool new part of the show is how you take lemons and make lemonade.